And I want to talk to Bronwen Maddox about this issue of a general election. So if it's not by this route, which it seems unlikely to be, just explain to us the second process that it looks like either the Prime Minister and or the Scottish National Party and the Lib Dems will explore.
Well, they would bring then a very short piece of legislation just specifying that the Fixed Term Parliaments Act would be set aside and that there would be a general election on a certain date. And that the significance is that that route only needs a simple majority and would be binding about the date. Whereas part of the opposition's objection to this route that the Prime Minister is trying tonight is that, in theory, he would have the ability to change the date afterwards. And there was a great deal of talk from Jeremy Corbyn about this, as we can't trust you and so on, not to move the date afterwards. Whereas if a piece of legislation is passed, they can write into that specifically what the date is.
Is there also the issue of the preferred route for the government and Mr Johnson is that he wanted to then have some more discussion about his withdrawal agreement bill?
Well,
that would give 3 or 4 days if it wasn't the 9th, if it was the 12th.
If it was the 12th, he has the ability to bring it back to Parliament, to unpause it, if you like, and to try to get this bill passed. And absolutely his ideal would be to go to the country, I think, having passed this bill through Parliament. Had he not passed it last week, he might indeed have had enough time to be debating it in Parliament and even to get it through, possibly even for the 9th, but he did what he did. It is quite a risky strategy, it seems to me, for him to go to the country in December not having passed this bill.